Anyone still here? Well, that was fucking weird. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry, there's a little bit of an echo. I lost power. My power blipped out for a second there. I apologize for that. That was unintentional, because we still got another half hour of this to go through. Ugh, I should probably save, though. I haven't saved in a while. Okay. Everyone's still present? If not, that's cool too. This will be on YouTube anyway. I apologize. I'm eating a cookie. I'm hungry. Put this back down a bit. 40 seems good. Okay. Let us continue for the next half hour, roundabouts. I'm going to put it in the chat. There we go. Dave, read the note on the hatch. Bro, roof, now, bring Cal. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Burst out of the puppet pile like the one. Be the other guy. Here we go. You are now the other guy. John, take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. This is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. Carve a totem out of the punched pogo card. You put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the Cruxite dowels. Repeat process with other cards and dowels. You use the card containing the code for the hammer, as well as the one with the random code you punched over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. Do the same thing with capture log card. You make a totem for the capture log card. Pretty bare bones looking totem if you ask. Or if you ask you. Collect totems. Or rows collect totems. You store the titans in your anatheum. Produce capture log card. The alchemitor requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. You make a whole bunch of them.
Whoa, did you make all these?
Yes.
Sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue, wobbly, face-looking things?
I brought the totems out of the alchemitor to test them. I'm taking some things in my own hands to save some time.
Okay.
You create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. You make a pogo ride 2, minus 5 build, 1 shale. You use the totem card with the random code. You create a rocket pack with some random crap stuck in it. Looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. The items have rendered the device completely inoperable. Oh, those are all representative of each of the kids. Kind of. Cinder block from Dave, violin for Rose, flower pot for Jade. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. John, collect cards. Using a little strategy, first you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney, then the cards, then your ejected PDA, then the book again to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going. Turn on Detect Collisions. You flip your fetch mode, but find no such option. This is idiotic. Read book, be the wise guy. Boy, how. Howdy. An introduction. Who's this wise guy? Blood loss in the Big Easy. New York, 1977. The close-up room at the Magic Castle was a mean little box that tended to fill up with so much smoke you'd swear someone was cremating a wet dog in there. In walks Anderson. There isn't much that gets liquor to pause this journey from the table to my lips, but I'll be the bastard love child of a listless octoroon if that kid wasn't the cat that swallowed the canary in a dapper little hat. It looked like he was testing the tensile strength of his suspenders to the damn near limit with a pair of cocky thumbs. I wasn't impressed, but I was a fool. Somehow, in my motion for another beverage, he'd already slipped into polite conversation at a table held down by some notoriously brusque regulars. He had them in no time flat. There were molten butter in his glass ramekins? Whatever tidy yarn he'd spun to win them over, I didn't catch a word of it. One of them laughed. I was angry. Envious? Maybe a little. Yeah, you bet I was. Anderson had one of those little wooden finger choppers that Mickey Hades used to sell. The kind where the blade could be removed and clearly shown. It was a very convincing little guillotine that did not look like a novelty store toy. Harry would get a guy to examine the chopper and then cut a cigarette in half. Then he held the guy's hand up and told this silly story. The story, of course, was artifice, a distraction for the guy in the audience while he worked his stuff with the chopper. Or would become that once his famous chopper trick was perfected, vaulting him into fame, fortune, the crowning position in the television judiciary. With what became his signature aplomb, Anderson was in moments a fount of breast-pocket gauze, profuse apology, and redoubling determination. It's really amazing how hard it is to find a bloody sausage-sized piece of a guy on the floor of a room that dark and smoky. Impossible, I think we all proved. Just as impossible as blind Willie Buttermilk Stubbs was going to find it to work his trumpet tomorrow night without his twiddling fingers. Harry and I never speak anymore. He never really understood what Cavney's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude toward your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird, and to be honest, you tend to not read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagram of all the cool tricks. A hole in the ace, aka the a-hole trick. Here is a perfect example of how Harry could ruin several decks of cards, waste everyone's valuable time, and how you love him for it. He was good at that. One day, he noisily emptied his suit jacket pocket into the hood of his car in search of change for the meter. A clunky metal thing slid from the pile and bounced on the sidewalk. As I retrieved it for him, I asked what he was doing with a hole puncher in his pocket. His face lit up at the question like he was an elf, and I asked him how he felt about climbing into the hollow of a big tree to bake some cookies or something. The 2'6" height differential between us caused these comparisons to enter my mind. A small crowd had already gathered around, but even before he produced the first pack of unmolested cards. How people seem to gather and how they even know a street performance is about to take place, I'll never know. It's perhaps Anderson's greatest trick, luring the marks like that. I wanted to ask if he was sure about this, performing in broad daylight. He was used to working in dark rooms. It was usually the first thing out of his mouth when he would queer a trick. I'm really more accustomed to working in a darker room than this, but Harry was excited. I'd already butchered the first deck of cards with the hole puncher, and issued the first round of apologies to the crowd. These were like the primer apologies, the sort that got folks loosened up a bit before the 7-course meal of ingratiation that would inevitably follow. He asked me for a fresh deck of cards, and I gave him one. The principle behind the trick in theory, as he explained to me later, was to punch holes in what appeared to be one card, but was in fact two or more together, hence the difficulty he often had in squeezing the puncher with his little elfish hands. Then using some coy maneuvers with his thumb, temporarily concealing the hole while he slid the card beneath it with his palm, the hole would seem to disappear or move to another part of the card. Oh yeah, that's right, the old hole in the ace trick. Interestingly enough, pertaining to punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff. Your hands were never really strong enough to make this one work all that well either. But actually, this gives you an idea. You overlap two of the punched cards. They mask each other's hole patterns. Put both cards in totem lathe. You carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Take it to the alchemitor. It looks like Rose made like a million hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way. You're about to make something sweet. There it be. Boy, that was expensive. You got the pogo hammer. Practice with new weapon. Boing, 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 boing. What did you do?
I combined the cards in the lathe thingy and made this. It is so sweet. Man, look at me go.
I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work.
Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson.
Who?
You know the show Night Court?
No.
Oh. Well, bottom line is, he's awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
Attack the nearest imp to test pogo hammer's strength. You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp in one blow. You and the pogo rider are catapulted sky high in the process. Sweet catch. Oh, man. Oh, that's right. The ogre's trundling through the house now. Rose, pester John.
Hey, that was a pretty, nice,
Sweet catch?
Save. Oh, yeah, this is pretty comfy. Why don't you just, carry the bed around with me on it? Up to the gate up there.
I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching, if it will result in you moving. See?
Oh, lame.
The game probably regards that as a kind of cheating. In a way, thinking you of your free will as an adventurer and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator.
Well, okay. All that screwing around kind of wore me out. I think I'm gonna rest you for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Drop some stuff on them if they sneak too close?
No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself.
What? Come on.
I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try in case he doesn't come through.
Oh, all right. I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second, though.
John, sleep. Oh no! Show me the flash player. Give me the flash player. Rose, check Alchemy Excursus. Looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource for you as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations. But ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. Capture log Sburb server CD. You check the disk and capture log the server CD. Message John the capture code. Oh, interesting. Oh, god damn it. That fire's real close. Double face. Wait, hang on. I think there's another seed in here. Oh, yep. Power goes out. Double the face palm times 2 combo. John, wake up.
Hey! Well, there you are. How's your adventure going, John? It's okay. I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she's helping me now. That's good! Oh, but, I don't think I'm actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I guess whatever it is must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out for the best if you stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Yeah, you're probably right. But, I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? Oh, I don't know. Did you? I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. They're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers. But I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. But then when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things. Maybe you know more about a thing than you're telling me? I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John, I forgot you were messaging me. I was mentioning about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh, yeah, whatever happened with that? Oh, boy. Well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Maybe you should, wear an alarm clock or something? So what was the deal with the meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now, and I know everything's going to be okay. So what is it? Or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you about all this stuff, but I can't yet. I think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally? Stop being so confusing. Oh, anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company.
Garden Gnostic ceased pestering ectobiologists at some sort of time. Quickly grab the pogo hammer. He ducks behind the bed, I love it. You stick the pogo hammer back in your striped specimen and get ready to kill some more of those pesky little... Huh? What's that? Technical therapist ceased pestering ectobiologist at...
Rose, why aren't you dropping something on that thing? Oh no.
John, be the imp. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. Prepare for a boss battle. My jaw popped. Ow. You stop being the imp because that was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remember was on the roof. There are some things in there that would be good to stock up on for a major battle, but it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. Jeezy Pete's. You are being ambushed! There isn't much room to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. Ascend to the highest point of the house. You go up there. Look down. You peek over the edge. Oh, the handcuffs are gone. It already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of what's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps gotta be making off with all your sweet gear? Turn around. Crude ogre is what they are. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now, and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in your attention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what that meant anyway. Ascend to the highest point of the building. Acrobatic fucking pirouette. The music is so fucking good. I love it. Psych. Oh, we get to Jade. Oh, wait. Double psych out combo. Oh, we're going to the mayor now. Boy, howdy. I actually fucking got me. It actually fucking got me. You are now the Wayward Vagabond. Retreat. Got him already. Examine rotten pumpkin. What pumpkin? Check the little red bar. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it has been running here. You do not care about this sort of nonsense, and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. Capture log can of gravy. Capture log? You have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. Pick up the can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up. You're now holding the can of gravy. Use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. Your teeth are useless for the task. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. Attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have enough muscle for the task. Take the can labeled beans. Okay, you take that too. Examine can of custard. The can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you are perfectly well aware. It is sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold many more than this, maybe one or two. You'll need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Examine marking on wrist. You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist. It is a sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories, and you would prefer not to dwell on it. Examine the small potted plant. What plant? Checkbook on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of the book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. You are somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by eating by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. Clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such bountiful plenty, and yet the delicate delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. Search room for a can opener. You have already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. Locate a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife. It is actually you're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads, either for letting you know there's mail in the box or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. Be the imp. This means nothing to you. You are not an imp. You have no idea what an imp is, and you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it. Become the mayor of Cantown. Ah, yes, the mayor makes his triumphant return. As the glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, fittingly capped off with a tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic-minded citizen cans gather in front of the building to offer adulation to their fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes, or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors and the concept of an orderly civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves, who is totally amazing and heroic and brave. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings, and you think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants, and are really full of themselves, and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings. Explore west of Cantown. Over here is the other side of the room. There is another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor. Use glowing green rock to open cans. You pick up the nugget of uranium and... Oh, that was so stupid. Why would you do that? Examine box of crayons. It's chalk numbnuts. Inside the box, there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the 10 pieces of chalk, in most colors of the rainbow. You are excited by this. Try to open the storage box. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Examine contents of yellow container. The container is full of motor oil. This does not seem useful to you right now. Rescue that poor lightning bug. There is nothing you can do for this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing of the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you, it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of... democracy. Use the chalk to draw some roads. You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. Lay a chalk foundation for Cantown's civic growth. You develop westwards, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. You color the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as absolute for the commercial zones. Perhaps there is an alternative. Use your own pee for the commercial zones. You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. Use motor oil to designate commercial zones. Because this is a much better idea. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming young can trying to make it in the world will not be delighted to live in your fair district. You're very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. Peel label from can of mayo and affix it to sash. Survey surroundings in search of more terrain for city. It seems you have run out of territory for your western expansion, but there's still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home. Using most of your imagination, and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You've decided that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet about which orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Orbiting much further from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites, you have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think. Oh, it's each of the lands. Okay. Okay, interesting. And on the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there is an ominous planet. A moon circles this one too. Check that rampaging boy on the screen. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You'd almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well on hand at the moment. He doesn't appear to need your help, and you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. Turn on the other 3 screens. You have no idea how to turn these on. There is no mouse for this weird quadra-monitor computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor? Tab. Oh, fuck it, I forgot. The tab button opens the tab fridge. Consume several cans. You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary, you wonder how so much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. Welcome the rest into the city. The tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of can content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They're just cans after all. Hit escape. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered. Oh boy, howdy. It is actually all of them. You use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. Home view switch to... Oh, hey, we can switch here. You scroll all the way up to your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you? There aren't many more. At the top of the list appears to be the very first command. Type switch to. Boy, howdy. Terrifying. Absolutely horrifying. You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled, and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help? No one is around, and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor. Switch 3. It's another one of these rapscallions. This monitor is locked too. You can't tell them what to do. Not that you really want to, since it looks like more confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it. You have a feeling that whatever's there will just confuse you even more, and you don't really care all that much anyway. Home. Type home. All 4 screens activate. Together they display a countdown, starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Type reboot. You can't. Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. Be the mayor. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapaced fist, which is to say firm, yet polished, and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down. Create employment opportunities for the citizen cans. Alright, I think we're going to call it there, actually. It's almost 4 o'clock. We're going to call it there. We're going to continue with the mayor's antics next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. If they're not Homestucks, maybe, you can show them what Homestuck's all about, because we are 720 pages deep. I'm going to save real quick. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you follow the my Twitch channel so you can know when there's what I'm going to be doing. Right now it's once a week, so pretty easy. 2 p.m. Eastern time, like I said. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time. Later, everybody.